What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrenching Wrecked. Kind of a different video. I don't know how, but I somehow got moderately caught up at the shop. My buddy's working on an Evo Sporty that you've seen if you followed all of these videos. If not, it's buried back there on one of them. But I have a complete 71, 72 Ironhead motor at the shop that I want to use for Mockup. That's why I haven't listed it for sale yet. On the chopper over at my buddy's shop, and he's finishing up an Evo Sporty. All the hard stuff is done, minus yanking the motor out and finish welding the frame. So I'm gonna head over to his shop. We're gonna pull the motor and at least get that prepped because I'm not out of work at the shop, but not that busy, so I can sneak that in hopefully sometime this week. And we'll kind of do a follow along on that one. I think I'm gonna use that frame for a little bit of employee training too on how to coat that bike. So, weird video, but we're gonna leave our garage with the soft tail and all the other things that I could be working on. Head over there, and most of it will probably be time lapse. I'm not bringing the mics and everything else. Throw the camera up in the corner, watch us yank a motor out, maybe some welding. I don't know how far we're gonna get. 'Tis a school night after all. Meet you guys over there. Oh, we had a couple nice days, so now we're back in the wagon, filled with crap. Propane tanks that I gotta get refilled, and Ironhead motor is loaded in the back. I love this thing as a chopper hauler, so head over to my buddy's shop, we'll get this all laid out. Maybe even put it in the frame so I can at least have that set up so I can drop a chain in there and finish up the rear axle spacers. Try and get the wheel spacers done, at least the rear, because I don't have 5/8 stock for the front, and make it a roller, and then I can bring that back to the house after the super glide and after the soft tail.
Well, howdy, y'all. Well, did you miss me? Go on and say I told you so. Yeah, now I know the straight life is a no-go. Yeah, I was wrong. I tried to get domesticated, but yesterday I finally couldn't take it, and I was gone. I probably should have told my wife, but the minute I saw the light, I just dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, cranked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac, straight to the nearest bar. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. So it's a fact, the rascal is back. They got back, I ain't gonna lie. I dressed up in a suit and tie, pulled out the driveway 7:45. Yeah, in the morning. She started having baby fever. She made me trade my Harley for a Kia. Oh, help me, Lord. I saw my reflection in the minivan and thought, this ain't who I am. So I dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, cranked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac, straight to the nearest bar. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. I woke up in someone's yard. The rascal is back. All I had, but then I think about it, dear. Boy, I sure am glad that I dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, picked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. So hang on to your hats, the rascal is back.
Mockup motor back. Tear this apart. We're burning that in, right? Here's a full motor resting on the frame up front here. I have a 1/2 inch gap on the lower mount. I got the front flush with the mockup motor, which is expected. The case is bolted in and fits in fine. Cylinder's head. This is nice having a complete motor and make sure everything's going to clearance out proper. I know this is a later model motor. I'm assuming this might be an earlier style frame. Ran through the numbers. We got a 3A H5, which I think is the later model neck. But clearance issues go lower, so this is going to take forever. I'm still going to bring this back and start rebuilding that case. It could be a while. He's grinding away over there. Made it back. It's the next day. So we got the Evo chopper frame completely ripped apart. Brought that to the shop. I just finished coating that. I didn't film any of the coating. It's just going as semi-gloss black on that frame. But that's coated and done. Back in the oven. And then flip-flopped the Ironhead motor that I had sitting in there with the other one. So I have a complete one for mock-up. It makes more sense to line up the wheel spacing when you have the sprocket in, and that other one has the trans in with the sprocket. So lined all that up and found out some bad news. The frame will not clear the motor. So I've been setting it up on the cases thinking it was fine. With the heads on, I'm fighting quite a bit. I didn't have the mics on. We were listening to music and stuff, so I didn't really walk you through it, but we ran into some issues on that. It's a chopper, custom built frame. It's got a factory neck and soft tail axle plates, but other than that, it is a scratch built frame. But it's titled, and now I gotta make that work. So it's gonna sit for a while. We have plenty of other things to keep us busy. Soft tail, super glide. Evo doesn't really need any work, tuning this. And I gotta start playing on the cars again too. So that's gonna be the summer project. But now I'm kind of looking at having to do a full custom chopper. I was really excited about that frame. I like the way it looked, but now, since it doesn't fit proper, I'm going to make custom motor mounts for the front, and I'm going to section the frame and stretch it 2 inches on the top, 2 inches on the lower legs, basically kick it forward, slug it, re-weld. But like I said, summer, I don't have time to mess around with that now. Now it's just make sure we get all of these other things running and riding, good to go. And then, once I have a nice fleet of bikes again, we already have a nice fleet. XlH runs fine, but Dottie hates that thing, and riding 2 up on that with the buddy seat's terrible. The chopper runs fine, but I do need to re-weld the exhaust mount. That finally cracked on me, so gotta fix that upper exhaust mount there. And the Super Glide is just fine, but I do still want to get that ripped apart. I have so many things going on right now, and trying to balance all of them is becoming arduous, and riding season is getting closer. So, had really nice weather last weekend, crap weather now. This is the main priority, get this done and off the bench. I just need to find time to finalize it. Tanks, clutch cable on the lever. Clutch cable's installed, but we got to put the lever stuff in, adjust the clutch. Probably go through the brakes and a fluid change on this, and I think that should be about good. Oh, and then the front tire. So, finish up the soft tail. I just brought you guys along for the teardown. Hope you enjoyed the tunes. Quick little recap. We're going to dive into that Ironhead much deeper at a later date. I have bare cases. I have cylinders somewhere on this mess of stuff. Ready to go. Already machined. Brand new crank bearings. The flywheel on it's good. Jugs are done. Heads are we got to go through the other heads, but that's kind of where we're at. So, quick little oddball video, a little bit different than what we usually do. Hopefully you didn't mind it. So, we will catch you guys on the next one. Back on the soft tail.